Hey guys, Rick and Duke, welcome to another episode of HOGG Words of Wisdom. So this one here, we're going to dive into the Charlie Kirk Memorial, or what I like to dub it, the revival. What I kind of witnessed yesterday at Charlie's Memorial was absolutely amazing in my opinion. And I dub it a revival, and I'm going to get into some more why I think that's important. But first, I want to thank you, the viewer listener, for giving me your most precious commodity, your time to tune in. Guys, we couldn't do without you. Patrons, love the support you guys give us. Don't forget, for our crew members, there'll be bonus content after the show. If you want to become a crew member, super easy. Swing by ontherangepodcast.com, sign up, 14-day free trial. Try it out. Interactive Zoom call with me and Mark. Bonus content for the crew members, 100 plus training videos. Plus, we're going to grab some more this weekend at the Second Chance K9 patron partnership. So basically, On the Range podcast and Second Chance K9 are going to come together in Nashville. So that'll be a great time. Since you're out there surfing the webs, guys, do us a favor. Leave us a rating, review, comment, subscribe, all that other good stuff to help us beat this big tech algorithm. They're killing us out there right now. They're removing shows from YouTube. Obviously, we're getting zero traction on IG. Duco's page on Instagram is sinking like the Titanic going down. So the censorship is real, without a doubt. So swing by warhog.com, kellydefense.com, sign up for the newsletters. Man, I just put one out. It's been a month. Trust me, I will not inundate you, but it's the way to truly stay connected with everything Warhog Tactical on the Range podcast. So speaking of censorship, it kind of plays right into with Charlie Kirk, So Charlie, if you guys aren't aware, he was assassinated, basically murdered on the 10th of September. He was an advocate for getting people out to have conversations. He would basically go into what I like to dub the belly of the beast. He went into these universities and had conversations with individuals. So he not only had the political conversations, he also talked about Jesus, talked about the gospel. And really, when you think about it this day and age, it's kind of taboo. So, and I'll be the first to admit, we didn't deep dive totally into our faith. That careful balance. You don't want to alienate customers, put it in your face. But I think Charlie's death has shown us something, and especially at his memorial, when typically you have people who don't talk about Jesus, who don't talk about gospel, who don't quote scripture. That was kind of first and foremost. And it got me thinking, man, Rick, what are you doing? So I know for me personally, when I look at my daily accountability, I use my 5 F's: firearms, fitness, finance, family, and faith. But I haven't been pushing my faith first and foremost out to you, the viewer listener. Now I got it. Some of you guys are going to sit there and alienate and go, yeah, I don't want to hear any of this stuff. And off you go. Okay, that's fine. We'll continue to spread the message. We're not going to go, just like with On the Range podcast, a whole into the politics deep dive. We're going to hit on some stuff, right? But I think this is an important thing. And I think what Charlie's death has shown us is I think we have seen probably, or we are seeing, it's far from being done, in my opinion, probably the greatest revival probably in this country. And you're seeing people be more open as far as being a Christian. You're seeing more people talk about the Bible, having the conversations. Charlie would do a great job when he would talk politics. Yeah, he would talk from the political side, but he would also talk from the biblical side. I mean, it was just, if you've never seen Charlie speak, man, it was just fantastic to watch him. And, God's got a plan. God's got a reason. What that plan and reason is, I don't exactly know. But I do know his plan was to take Charlie, and was it to get this revival going, to reinvigorate America, to get back to faith, to get off these stupid magic boxes here that's just filling your brains with propaganda and crap. Quit dividing the country. Get us back to just being good people. And I got to say, I think that was his plan. I really do. Um, something I said a while back, and my buddy Marcus Torson really, he took this to heart, and I'm going to ask all you guys to take it to heart. So I won't totally deep dive into what my morning routine is. We're going to say that for another show. But one of the first things I do when I take that first big deep breath, number one, I thank God for being alive. Hey, give me the wisdom and power and strength to get through the day and focus me on what your will is to get done for today. But with one of those things, and I mentioned it either to Marcus, put it in a post, did something. I said, be the reason why the devil's nervous today. Be the reason why the devil is nervous. Whether you crack open the Bible, and I'm not one to super quote, scripture. Romans 13:4, I can give you that one all day long. And I have before in the show, because it resonates with me, resonates with what I did. I think it should resonate with anyone in the military, law enforcement. And it basically states, for you do evil, be afraid. God sends his agent of wrath to bear the sword, but not in vain. And I've actually had people at my door witnessing, and they go, well, are you an agent of God? And I'm like, yeah, aren't you? And they turn around and walk off. Whoa, ye of little faith, right? But I say all that because I watched all these leaders who typically, yeah, they've mentioned they're Christians, but they haven't really brought it out. And what I'm hoping is we as a country can start getting back to kind of putting Christ in front, having our lives dedicated towards him, and then just watch the good that's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, we're a very divided country. I mean, you got people that are celebrating the murder of another human being. What is wrong? I mean, you cannot like somebody, you can agree to disagree, but man, to sit there and celebrate, oh, I'm glad he's dead. That's just asinine talk. It's like, what is wrong with you? And then you got to sit there and question, what if I were to sit there and murder your father, your brother? Oh, you'd be up in arms, right? You'd be hooping and hollering. But the issue is we have become so divided that people are celebrating death. Or let me rephrase, not celebrating death, celebrating murders in the totally wrong way. And really, Charlie's memorial was 100% a celebration of his life, the amazing accomplishments this young man, and he was 31 years old. So he basically got Turning Point USA, started building that at 18 till he was assassinated. 3,200 Turning Point USA campuses clubs in different campuses around the country. I mean, he was basically on fire. So I want to sit there and kind of stem you guys. Hey, if you're that Christian, if you're kind of teetering, or if you don't even know Jesus at all, hey, go to church, go talk to somebody that's in a better spiritual place than you. Seek some guidance, read the Bible, do all the things we know what to do is right to build that walk with God, and watch the blessings be bestowed. And if you go, Rick, I have no clue what you're talking about, I don't know this Jesus guy, I don't know any of that, man, find you a church. Personally, I will tell you, I'm non-denominational, right? I grew up as a Catholic. I'm not a super fan of what I like to dub the corporate religion. We go to a non-denominational church, pack with Christians. Hey, I just want to hear, the message from the pastor, get more enriched with my walk with the Lord. And I tell you, the church we're going to, man, has done more without a doubt. Like, I'm hungry every week. Hey, what's the new message? What do we got? How am I going to pull from it? So I just say all that to you guys. Hey, if you're teetering, right? Like, we as conservatives, we as Christians, we like to play the safe card. We're not really going to go out there, talk about religion, talk about politics. But I think the time has come. And I really think Charlie has shown us this is the new way. This is the turning point. So I was just, I watched the memorial, didn't really know what was going to happen. And what I witnessed, at least in my eyes, was a Christian revival, the Christian faith being built stronger. Um, and I would just say, if you're questioning, if you're not sure, go seek some guidance. Go talk to some people that you trust. Go people that they're godly. Go to church. Do everything you can to start that walk. Pick up a Bible. I'm not going to lie, Deuteronomy. I would probably wouldn't start there, right? But they got some year-long reading plans. Not bad, about 10, 15 minutes a day. Man, read the Bible from front to back. I'm not going to lie, Book of Deuteronomy, rough book, rough. But deep dive into the Word, and it will guide you. If you're lost, if you're struggling, having problems financially in your marriage, whatever the case may be, there's words of wisdom in that book. And then start building that relationship with God. Don't be afraid to talk to him like a friend when you're praying. Reach out. Hey, Lord, I don't have all the answers. I need some help. There's nothing wrong with going, I need some help. I pray for others. I pray for my family all the time, right? All of them. Why? Because I want the best thing for them. I want health, prosperity, safety. So don't be afraid, to talk to him like he's your friend. And I really think Charlie, I would have never done this message, right? Probably never would have made this big of a leap if it wasn't for Charlie. And then in turn, that just stemmed things where now God's speaking to me going, hey man, be more proactive. You are a believer. You've seen the works. I trust me. I am alive, divine intervention, without a doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. So when people go, well, Rick, how do you know? Because I'm here, right? I should be dead. But why'd he save you? Why'd he spare? I think this is it. I think Charlie's death is going to be bigger than we all realize. And I think you're going to see the Christian movement really start. And I think you're going to start people building a better walk with God, building a better prayer life, getting more into the Bible, and just being overall good people, good Americans. That's your words of wisdom, guys. If you're not on a walk with him, start. If you're kind of teetering, start. If you haven't read the Bible, start. And I'm telling you, I'm going to put all that twofold to God taking Charlie, and then in turn, God speaking to each and every one of us. Man, be today. Man, make the devil nervous today. When you wake up, bam, get rolling, and look for those acts of kindness. Just be a good person. But that's your words of wisdom, guys. If you haven't seen the memorial, watch it. One part that actually floored me out of that whole thing was when Erica got up there and she forgave publicly the man who murdered her husband. You want to talk about powerful? And I don't know, right? I got to sit there. I'd like to sit there and say, hey, I think I could, but man, so God's going to do some amazing work through her, going to do some amazing work through Turning Point. If you guys aren't following what they're doing, I highly recommend it. So, yeah, guys, I think let today be the using Charlie's words, right? Be the turning point. You start enriching that walk with God one step at a time. Patrons stand by. I should say crew members stand by. You got some bonus content for you guys. But for the rest of you, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to say, God bless you. God bless your families. God bless our troops. And God bless the United States of America. Rick and Duco out.